The music. Who do you think I should rap like? Maybe like Eminem? You know, get some Rah! I shout into the microphone, but my rhymes are so good. But I have struggles because I'm white, and my life is hard, and my mom beats me.
No.
No? Okay. What about Buster rhymes? Alright, okay. Here. Let's go!
Well, I would suggest it, but a rap should be like 5 minutes long, and that would maybe give you like 20 seconds if you go at that pace. But maybe you should just stick to your own stuff.
Alright, okay. I'm ready. It's called Prohibition, and it's not superstition. Matter of fact, it's non-fiction. Dates back to the 20s. Before that it was a mission of rural America's struggle against that new industrial trouble. Brewing in the city's social muddle, and the sin of drinking double. The dries were those against alcohol. The wets wanted to keep it, y'all. So the dries didn't want us to enjoy ourselves, or whiskey to ever leave its shelves. Yeah, it's called the temperance movement. And you know, it was the church who'd do it. The Protestants wanted moral leadership to prevent people from ever taking a sip. To me that sounds like a big jip, but I wasn't there, so I won't trip. Evangelists wanted to destroy the root of sin. If you didn't know, that's gin. They just wanted to protect their kin. Now progressives, in an instant, thought to sin man was resistant, but to drink made his resistance distant. And maybe they were right, perhaps it was a noble fight. In 1909, America was a sad sight, with more saloons than all other institutions combined. Schools, libraries, hospitals, theaters, parks. A place to drink was easier to find. So an organization was born that was unkind, called the Anti-Saloon League, which was advocated by the Ku Klux Klan. Of that, I'm not a fan. And led by Wayne Wheeler, they became dealers of negotiations in the government. Smooth like Butterman was how they passed the 18th Amendment, with an act named after Volstead. The law was passed so fast no one could comprehend it. 13 hours was all it took in the Senate, and even less time in the House of Representatives. Surprisingly, it wasn't even amended by the veto that President Wilson had sended. Gee, I wonder if he was offended, 'cause those dries sure knew how to tend it, and ratification was what 36 states intended. So doubts of prohibition were all transcended in a constitutional convention in which the Constitution was mended. No, this wasn't pretended. On January 16th, 1920, alcohol in the U.S. was ended. At least legally, but people would bend it. They found ways to send it. It would circulate, long as Canada would lend it. Pretty soon, mobsters would defend it. Congress's views on this were blended. During session, some were visibly intoxicated. No doubt, they were mad they made it. And judges, too, were down to get faded. Bootleggers would be let off easy, depending on how they played it. Entire juries would drink from the evidence room where they laid it. A drinking fine was no big deal as long as you paid it. It was like a ticket, and the government okayed it. The whole process became so jaded. Lincoln even had warned not to create it. Prohibition's whack, is what he stated. Washington, too, had his own distillery. I wonder if it was gated. Are you historians hearing me? Are you students feeling me? Prohibition didn't make sense, see? So I want you to...
Now think about that for 1 minute. That does not make sense. Why am I talking about Chewbacca? Why? I tell you why. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. If Chewbacca does not make sense, you must acquit. Here, look at the monkey. Look at the silly monkey.
Alright, so now I have your attention. I'd like to take this time out just to mention the problems with alcohol prevention. Concurrent power was the extension of power to the states and central government for enforcement. But because 30 states contributed absolutely nothing, and the other 20 were pretty much just bluffing, the federal government had to do all the investigation. The task was assigned to almost 1,500 underpaid agents to essentially patrol the entire nation. But many had to take bribes just to keep up with inflation. Local enforcers couldn't get enough from the police station. It was quite a dilemma the country was facing. And because the law couldn't keep up with underworld pacing, the public wouldn't hesitate to show appreciation of bootleggers and their dissension. Speakeasies hid people from suspicion, where they could drink freely and without tension. Prohibition thus caused the opposite of its intentions, ultimately becoming a root of crime creation. Now we come to the fun parts. Thanks for your patience. Of course, as these were hidden operations, bootlegging was not subject to government interventions, and accordingly, monopolies were invented. The crime became a huge money maker. Medicinal quantities soon had way more takers. Lots of doctors probably were just fakers, 'cause you could sell it to anyone, even your neighbors. It's hard to tell, were they saviors or forsakers? Soon came along some industry shakers, mobsters and gangsters like Johnny Torrio. For real, you should have known this dude's zeal. All of Chicago was under his grip of steel. With the mayor at his back, he was a pretty big deal. And 'cause he had a supplier, he didn't need to steal. But after being shot in some rivalry ordeal, he luckily healed to turn over the wheel to his best man, a mob boss ideal. His name was Al Capone, a man unafraid to kill. Capone became a celebrity with mass appeal. To mess with him would be unreal. Just picture his automobile. 3 armed limos were his vehicle. When he went out, so did 18 armed men in tuxedos. He was Italian, you could call him a Guido, but you wouldn't, 'cause you wouldn't want to be here, foe. Yet, surprisingly, he started off Lido. Starting out as an immigrant, he worked hard to get mo. By the age of 32, he was far from poor. An army of hundreds of goons was what he had in store. Equipped with sawed-offs and Thompsons, they made gore. Judges, police, and politicians were under his control. In the end, he made it big. He was jailed for tax evasion, though. Still, it's obvious that he reached his goal, and it's all thanks to Prohibition, for finally, after 13 years, people said, let's cut this whack shiz, and Prohibition was repealed. 1933, death to the 18th, and in with the 21st. You dig? Those are amendments. 18th of Prohibition, 21st was killed. That crazy ambition. And that's it. Swag. 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 So, as you can see, children, that's why we can drink again today. I mean, wait till you're 21, but we can drink. So, I mean, you know, as you already know, Moosik, getting this going. You want a shirt? I can give you one. Yeah, and you know, like we say, we go hard on the report card. Yeah, all right. That was the shit.
Well, yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad, dude. Sorry.
No, I mean, no, Zeke. That was really good, actually.
It's recording.
Right.
So we can cut out some of the parts, right?
Yeah, of course.
And we are, oh crap.
Okay, record it.
Hey, I'm Moosik. I'm gonna murder this track.
Shit, I'm not even wearing my...
Dude, I'm gonna burn this track.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm excited. You got your sick lyrics, right? You're gonna be like...
No. I'm gonna destroy all evidence of us ever doing this. This is gonna be the worst thing anybody's ever heard.
Oh, I don't really know what to say to that.
God dang it! Who is it? Be sure to tell her that she screwed everything up.
Do you want to do that one again? Because that was really funny.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Moosik. How do you think I should record this? Maybe like Eminem? Like, bruh, I'm such good at...
You have to start over. Just keep going.
Okay, right.
Yeah, get out of here.
Hey, Moosik. How do you think I should rap like, huh? Who do you think I should rap like?
God. want to hear the beginning of Savage. 1920s. 400 deaths been recorded due to gang violence, not including your children.
Oh, are you taking a video?
No, get it out of here.